All right, 9 years ago, 4 teens were shot and killed just hours after celebrating prom night in Huntington.
Yeah, today is actually the anniversary of that shooting. Their families still waiting for answers, if you can believe it. News Channel 3's Dan Griffin reached out to them and talked about that tragedy. And Dan, they say they haven't heard much about the case in the last few years.
Well, that's right, Brittany, but the memories are still very fresh, and so is that pain. Today I spoke with the mother of Megan Poston, one of the victims, and she says she still knows that someone has answers, and she's holding out hope that they'll come forward.
You watch them walk down the sidewalk, and then 2 days later you're burying them. Something ain't right about that.
9 years after losing her daughter Megan in gunfire, Sabrina Gebhardt is still waiting for answers.
We don't have any more clue than we did before.
Megan, Michael Dillon, Edric Clark, and Dante Ward were all shot and killed on Huntington High's prom night in 2005.
The pictures I have of her smiling in her dress 8 hours before she was killed was not the little girl smiling. Had she known what was going to happen to her.
The shooting happened at this house on Charleston Avenue, now known as the Hope House for troubled teens. 4 crosses still sit outside to remember that night.
They were at the wrong place, wrong time, wrong reason.
Huntington police say they are still working the case. They believe Bunny Holmes, a drug dealer with ties to Detroit, ordered the shooting. She denied those claims and still won't talk as she serves a life sentence for another murder conviction.
We want the same thing. We want to know what happened to our children.
That doesn't make this day any easier.
If it was your child and they were killed and murdered, and wouldn't you want to know who did it? Somebody knows.
Megan's mother hopes that person will come forward soon. Now, Megan's mother told me she visited the home on Charleston Avenue early this morning, about 4:30, to lay down flowers and remember the 4 teens. And Bill and Brittany, she says that she hopes bringing this story to light again will mean a break in this case.
It's hard to believe it's been 9 years ago. It seems just like yesterday. I was there on Charleston Avenue covering that story. Later that night, they had a big candlelight vigil trying to find out what was happening, and time just does fly. Okay, Dan, Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's these big stories that you always remember where you were when it happened. Now, that woman police believe ordered the shooting, Bunny Holmes, is already in jail on a life sentence after she was found guilty of murdering a young Huntington woman in 2008.